Hello, my name's Richard Kent. Today I want to talk about the miraculous digestive system. And I want to tell you that your digestive system is truly miraculous, designed by God, and is absolutely vital. We have a central computing system called our brain, which is more powerful than 1,000 NASA supercomputers. One of the many purposes of our digestive system is to extract glucose, sugar, from the carbohydrates we eat and provide the brain with energy in the form of glucose. If you deprive your brain of energy in the form of glucose and oxygen for 3 or 4 seconds, you will become unconscious. After 3 minutes, you'll be dead. That is how important your digestive system is. So let's have a look at this amazing digestive system. I'm not going to have time to describe all of this amazing system. We're just going to concentrate on the top half as far as the stomach today. When we eat food or drink liquids, it's propelled in our mouth and then down our food pipe, which is the esophagus, by peristalsis. Your peristalsis is actually very highly complex, and in fact you can drink a cup of coffee upside down. Try it sometime. Now the whole process of peristalsis is a process of a wave of contraction and relaxation of the food pipe, the esophagus, so that a bolus of food or some liquid is propelled down your esophagus into your stomach. And it actually involves seriously complicated nerves with the release of adrenaline and acetylcholine alternately to cause a contraction and relaxation of the esophagus in peristalsis. Now, peristalsis happens throughout the bowel, but I'm just using the esophagus as an example. Now, there are 2 small problems on the way. In the larynx, which is about here, is the entrance to our lungs. And as we drink fluid and eat food, it's terribly important that food and liquid doesn't get into our lungs. Otherwise, we can easily drown in the liquids. Well, God has provided a valve called the Epiglottis, which closes over the larynx so that food doesn't go into the lungs, and also a laryngeal reflex, so that the larynx is tightly closed as soon as anything goes wrong. For example, if you were to swallow a fly by mistake, it's highly unlikely it would go into your lungs because your larynx would immediately shut very tight, so that the fly would end up in your stomach and not in your lungs. Now, the food is then propelled into your stomach, which is about the size of a large melon and can contain about 3 pints of liquid. The stomach varies in size according to how much you're used to eating, actually. Now, the first important thing you need to know is that your stomach is very acidic. It's about the same pH as car battery acid, a pH of 1. It's very acidic. So if a fly were to land into your stomach, it's instantly sterilized, which is why people don't normally get ill after swallowing a fly. Now, there are 2 things about all this acid in your stomach. First of all, it's terribly important that the acid doesn't reflux up into your esophagus, because your esophagus is made of different type of muscle with different skin lining, and the acid in your stomach would burn a hole in your esophagus if it was there. So God has designed this special sphincter called a cardiac sphincter to prevent reflux of acid into your esophagus. Now, the second thing you might ask is, well, why doesn't the stomach, which is so acid, why doesn't it digest itself? And now that is a very good question. God has provided an alkali on the surface of the stomach cells to prevent the acid also produced by the stomach cells from digesting itself. How on earth do the evolutionists think that that all happened by chance? Absolutely ridiculous. God is amazing and has provided for us an amazing digestive system. Thank you and God bless you.